A new candidate enters California's gubernatorial race to clean up what's been done to the Golden State after Gavin Newsom leaves office. Financial and real estate giant Ethan Penner launching his campaign last week as an independent. He's pledging values of discipline and forward thinking, which helped define his career, he said. He says they will turn the state around and restore the traditional California dream. Independent California gubernatorial candidate Ethan Penner joins me right now. Great to have you. Congratulations.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for being here. I mean, look, you've got a very liberal electorate coming out for the governor. Tell me how you're going to make the case and win this thing.
Well, I think that this is not a case about right or left, which is why I'm running as an independent. I really feel that Californians are tired of what's been going on. They've been failed by a liberal agenda in California. They're not. It's really more of a state, I think, now of centrists. And as a centrist myself, I feel this is the moment in time to bring common sense solutions that make sense for all people. And I think this idea of a false narrative that there's a right and a left and that policies need to benefit one or the other, it's just what I'm running against.
I think this is a great point, because you're right. You've got centrists in New York as well. And yet, you know, in New York City, for the mayoral candidate years ago, a small electorate came out and they voted for Bill de Blasio. So that's why I really want to drill down on this. Ethan, give us your priorities. What's most important for the Golden State right now? What do you believe the people want in terms of change?
Well, I'll tell you what, the people need an economy that serves them. The people, we've seen flight in the form of net migration be horrible. We've been 50th in the country each of the last 5 years. People are fleeing the state. Businesses are fleeing the state. I need to reverse that. And the number one policy I'm going to introduce is a tax reform. And that's the big deal right now.
Tax reform meaning taxes cut?
Well, I'm going to do something that no one's ever done before in the United States. So, because I don't think we can afford tax cuts, I'm going to completely reform our tax system. So how we tax. I'm going to get rid of all state income tax, personal and corporate. I'm going to replace all of our sales tax, including our egregious gasoline tax, with a single consumption tax, a 15% consumption tax on goods and services. This will keep us revenue neutral and, in fact, grow our revenues so that we can afford to run our state properly. Obviously, I'm going to bring some checks and balances to how we spend that money. But that's going to be the plan, and I think it's going to invigorate our state.
No, this is a big idea. Removing state and local taxes, income taxes, is what Florida has done, and Texas, and that has enabled those states to see a huge inflow of people from places like California and New York.
Texas has been kicking our ass for so many years now. It's time to stop that. And this policy is meant to do that. The tax foundation that ranks states by tax efficiency has told me that we will move from 49th to 3rd in the country with my program.
Well, that would be extraordinary. But look, Ethan, right now you've got people like Gavin Newsom. The first instinct is always go against Donald Trump. I mean, the same thing in New York. Kathy Hochul endorsed Mamdani, who is a socialist, and she said the reason that I'm behind Mamdani is because he's the best chance to fight Trump. It doesn't matter if Trump's policies are winning. All they want to do is fight Trump. Is that what the people want in California?
Maria, we have seen such levels of incompetence in the state of California in politics and really in the nation. And I think that that's what I'm running against. The fight Trump and the whole fight for Trump and against Trump is a distraction from the record. And the record is abysmal. So I think that Californians are smarter than that. They're not going to be that easily distracted by the rhetoric, and I think they're going to focus on real solutions that are going to make their lives better, which is what I'm committed to do.
We have not heard an idea like this in California. I don't know, ever. I think it's ever. Yeah. I mean, modernizing the tax system, removing the taxes, income taxes. You spoke about all of this at the Future Proof Conference in Huntington Beach last week.
Yes.
And you announced your candidacy for governor there. You wanted to speak to those people specifically. You had financial executives and other attendees. Who do you want to talk to?
Well, Maria, I come from Main Street. I grew up in Yonkers, New York, in the mean streets of Yonkers, New York. And I made my way to Wall Street, to the top of Wall Street. I love America because it affords social mobility, which we call the American dream. I want to speak to the people who feel forgotten. I want to speak to the people like the young version of myself and the families like my mother. And I want to say to them that I'm running for them. I'm running to reintroduce social mobility and the American dream. And when I create a tax program, believe me, it's not to make the rich richer. It's to invigorate our economy so that we can actually uplift the people who have been forgotten about and who feel forgotten.
A lot of practical ideas here, Ethan. We're going to be watching your work closely. We'll talk to you soon. We want to hear progress on the way. Ethan Panner is California's gubernatorial candidate, independent. We'll be right back.